Hello and welcome to paradise. You are listening to Green Dudes, the only Green Day podcast that matters. You are here with me. I'm your host, Connor Mack, and I am here alongside my best pal in the Green Day verse, my Green Day comrade in arms, my BFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFFffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffffff my esteemed partner in business, alongside Mr. Billy Joe Armstrong, Mr. Connor B. Kelly.
Hey.
Unrelated to Johnny B. Good, Connor B. Kelly.
Yeah. Well, middle names don't really designate like a familial relationship like that.
Well, yeah, that's why I'm saying not related to Johnny
Right.
B. Good.
Yeah, but it's implied I'm not related to Johnny.
I'm just
If I was
clarifying.
related, okay. All right.
If you were related, what?
Then you
Would
would
it-
want
would-
to say like, "Oh, and by the way, he's also related to Johnny B. Good."
Yeah, well, it might be an assumption they made because you guys have the same middle name.
Right. Right. Hey, speaking of names,
What's in a name?
speaking of names, I really did think this was funny. I texted this to you, and I wanted to talk about it briefly.
Yeah.
So, Billy, Mike, and Trey were at Wrigley Field,
Yeah. They were.
and so they all got like special jerseys. Billy's, the back of his jersey says Armstrong. Trey, the back of his jersey says Cool. Mike, the back of his jersey says Dude.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but the guy's name ain't Mike Dude.
No, it's not. It's not. Unless he's changing it. We're just not aware.
Maybe this is the new dude right here.
This is the new dude. But yeah, you texted me and you're like, "Oh, he's repping the podcast. He's repping the Green Dudes."
Yeah.
Which, I think we should run with. Of course it couldn't be like the venue staff like heard Durnt, but they just thought the person said dude. Maybe they, I think that's probably the likeliest.
No, come on, they would have to know. I think Mike requested. I think he was like, I'm gonna be dude. Like
I'm gonna be dude today.
He thinks that's funny for some reason. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that could be it too. Maybe he just watched
him
the
doing
Big
his little. Check this out. When he does his like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing there?
Yeah, I do.
You know what I'm doing, right?
I know what you're doing. You're doing the mic thing. Yeah.
That's the Mike who, when they ask him what to put on the jersey, he goes,
"Yeah,
dude."
Yeah, that's the mic that comes out. And I just want to say too, you can present as so mic coded when you want to. It's actually incredible.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, whatever the reason or the answer, I really appreciate it. And Connor, I just had this thought: what if we, from here on out, we change our names to like our last names to Dude?
Yo, yeah.
Instead of Connor Mack and Connor Kelly, we're Connor Dude and Connor Dude.
Yeah, I'll be Connor B. Dude.
Yeah, Connor B. Dude. Connor B. Dude.
who is related to Johnny B. Good for sure.
Yes,
there
is a definite.
There's some kind of
familial
connection.
Relation. Yeah.
There has to be. Yeah.
And I'm just Connor Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So
we're not doing J Dude.
Oh well, I don't know. I don't think there's that because that makes me think of Donald J. Trump.
I mean, I didn't name you. I'm sorry. That's your middle initial. I don't mean to out you right here on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I just well, I think Homer Simpson is J too, right?
Homer J. Simpson.
Is that a thing?
It sounds right, but it's also kind of
Well,
crazy.
no, I think I think the joke is like they've never revealed what the J stands for, but that is his middle initial.
Right. Just like they don't know what Springfield they're actually in.
Yeah, it's just Springfield.
Just another funny Simpsons joke. Hey, you know what I thought you were going to say about changing our names is if Mike was going to be Mike Dude, then we should be the Green Durants.
Oh shit, that's well actually let's do both actually. We'll change the podcast name to Green Durants and change our names to Connor Dude and Connor B Dude.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. I'm going to restart the show. Hello and welcome to Paradise. You are listening to Green Durants, the only Green Day podcast that matters. You are here with me, your host, Connor Dude, alongside my co-host, my best pal in the Green Day verse, Green Day comrade in arms, my BFFFFFFL, my Durant wife for life, my partner in business, Mr. Connor B. Dude. How's it going, Connor?
Wow. Hey, I'm feeling pretty Connor B. Good right now. I gotta tell you, I'm feeling
you're feeling like your uncle.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, who you're related and you just had dinner with Sunday dinner.
That's right.
What was that like? Did he tell any stories about like his past like old shows or something?
No, he doesn't really do that anymore.
Okay.
He just like gives me really aggressive noogies and says, "Hey, how's it going there, buddy?"
yeah. You know, you've told me about those noogies before.
Like and I try to avoid him, to be honest. And like he targets me like a laser lock-on system.
Yeah, you've got a target painted on you.
Yeah.
And it's funny because he's very old, so like you would think that his ability and his strength would be down, but you told me he just gets stronger every year.
Yeah, each time
you see him,
he becomes more powerful and faster.
Yeah, wild. It must be the rock and roll.
I don't think he'll ever die.
No, of course not, because he's not already dead.
No.
Johnny B. Good.
No.
Which of course Johnny B. Good is a real person, obviously.
Yeah.
Not just a song by Chuck Berry. Okay. Anyways, enough nonsense today.
Oh, we're
done with we're done with nonsense.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey,
how's it going, Connor?
You know what?
Yeah.
This isn't nonsense. This is just
all right.
This is just like a.
Well, yeah. It better not be nonsense.
A business. We're men of business now, right?
We have been standing on business.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, get this. This is a free idea. Any listener out there, you can have this one. It's just you have to credit us, and you have to have a small picture of our faces as part of the logo. Like on
good deal.
I have to say all that up front because Connor, this is a great idea.
Okay, this is a verbal contract.
This is a verbal contract.
Just letting you know.
I think I've, stipulated our terms.
Yes.
Anyways, it's a non-company, like the bread, and they're
okay, yeah.
Nonsense.
Oh shit, that's really good.
Yeah, anyone
that's
who
really
makes
good.
who's looking to do a non-startup.
Nonsense. Yeah, and just a suggestion. It should be like, sense should be a part of it too. Like it should be like, organic. No GMOs.
Yeah, right.
It should be like maybe the company like gives back to the community like in a sensible way or something. Like it should be kind of sensibly charitable.
Yeah, it's sensible, right? Sensible. If the little tagline, it could be like, it just makes sense.
This is gold. We are handing you gold on a platter.
All I'm asking for is a tiny picture of both of our faces on the back of the package.
Yeah, that's an easy deal. And maybe we're eating the bread in the picture.
And it's a verbal contract. I swear to God, if I see a nonsense bread company pop up, our legal team will find you like fucking
Oh, yeah.
Johnny Be Good at a Sunday dinner. I will
Yeah.
fucking locate you.
Yeah, no, we will track you down and we will prosecute. And don't forget, we stand on business. So
All right.
know.
So all I was saying is none of that was nonsense. That was
No.
I think a
Well,
very
it was nonsense, but it
very
wasn't
sensible
nonsense.
idea,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, I think we can just quit the podcast now because we're gonna that's our peak.
Yeah.
I don't see it getting better from here.
No, and honestly, I didn't think we were even going to get this far talking about Green Day.
Oh no, this is I'm impressed. We're almost done with Insomniac. That's the fucking fourth Green Day record. Are you? That's kind of
Yeah.
crazy that we got that far. Um, just joking, guys. We're gonna be doing this forever. Even after we finish all the fucking albums, we'll still be talking about Green Day every week. Connor, anything else in your life happening or no? You're like
Connor, I went in a hot air balloon.
what the fuck?
Yeah, you
Are you
think I'm
fucking
joking?
kidding me?
No, you think I'm joking. Connor, we quit the nonsense hour. I went in a
Wow.
hot air balloon.
What
I went in a hot air balloon.
What prompted you to do that? Or were you kidnapped?
No. That would be the craziest way to kidnap someone, though.
Yeah. How do they catch you?
Yeah.
Like you can't do a police chase.
It would have to be another hot air balloon. Like there's some cop who's like, finally.
Yeah, I can break out the hot air balloon.
Yeah. No, I actually had scheduled to go nearly a year ago.
I remember that actually.
Yes. And it had to be canceled due to inclement weather. The weather was very inclement at the time.
Yeah.
And so this was the rescheduled date. And it just passed. And Connor, I was kind of freaking out. Historically, I've been known to freak out about certain things.
Oh yeah, big freaker outer.
Things have to do with heights, you
Uh-huh.
know, or the unknown, or the possibility of death.
Yeah, I mean, there's a laundry list of things you've freaked out about over the years.
And laundry is on that list.
Yeah, I mean that's why we call it a laundry list.
I am freaked out from having like too much fucking laundry.
That's number one.
That's the laundry list, but yeah, but the hot air balloon, dude, it was crazy. And even though I was kind of very much freaking out internally, once that fucker got off the grounds, it was actually very pleasant and very peaceful. I would recommend it. I would do it again.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can promise you I'll never do that.
You wouldn't go in a hot air balloon?
No, I would never do that.
Can you just briefly tell me why?
Well, because it's terrifying. You're so at risk of everything around. What if a big bird fucking cuts through the balloon or something?
If a goose flying even just at a average speed, if a goose hit that fucking balloon,
yeah.
Connor, let's just say your goose
over.
is cooked.
Your goose is cooked. Your goose is freaking cooked. Yeah, I mean, there's just too many variables for me to be comfortable, I think.
And did you see? It was, I think, like just sometime over the summer, back in like June or July, in Brazil, there was like this news story, this hot air balloon catastrophe where
I think so.
The whole thing just like burned up and plummeted, and everyone died because that's the only thing that can ever happen in a failed state of a hot air balloon is everyone dies. Like,
how do you save them? I mean,
there's nothing.
For you to go on that after that happened, and you
I know,
like, for you to have that memory and still go on a hot air balloon is insane to me.
Yeah, well, I had to. The place that I went with, you know, they take off like every day. There's a hot air balloon season, you know, where like the weather is good for hot air ballooning, and they go like every day. And I'm like, well, there must be a lot of people going in hot air balloons who are not dying, and that
Well,
was the
yeah.
only thing
I
that got
mean,
me on there.
that's the thing, and then like I'm sure there's like statistics they could list out, being like, oh, being in a hot air balloon is actually safer than driving a unicycle.
Right, or probably even driving a car
I don't
to
know. I
work.
wouldn't go that far. I'm not going to make that
I would.
proclamation.
I
Well,
would
maybe
actually go
because
that far.
I mean just obviously the amount of cars and people in cars is so much greater than the amount of people in hot air balloons every day. Like it makes a lot of sense
Okay, yeah,
why that statistic would exist, but I just feel like
fair.
yeah, and there's just like and there's less hot air balloons in the like you probably are not going to get into like a hot air balloon fender bender
You know,
where you hit another hot air balloon.
right.
It's probably not going to happen.
Honestly, though, now you lay it all out there like that, it actually kind of paints this picture of wildly skewed hot air balloon statistics.
I think so.
On paper, they probably seem way safer than they truly are. People are like, "Oh yeah, look at these statistics. There's nothing." And truthfully, it's like you are in a fucking death trap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're cooking the books on that. The big balloon is cooking the books because I mean, really, a hot air balloon is just like a big balloon, you know.
It is.
And I mean, they're coming out with those statistics, and they're coming out with a lot of hot air. You know, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
That's all. I'm no conspiracy theorist, but this is a conspiracy.
I think this one just makes sense.
Yeah,
I think it just makes sense. Anyways, now that I know the truth behind the big balloon statistics, all I can tell you is I don't know. I'm glad that's behind me.
You're lucky you survived.
Yeah, I've done it. It's over now. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows if I'll ever set foot in a balloon ever again? But I did it once. That was enough.
Yeah, well, hey, I'm happy that you survived. I'm happy that you're alive to tell the tale. And I mean, maybe prove me wrong. I'll be like I'll go to college campuses and sit in a little tent and debate people about the safety of hot air balloons.
Wow, Connor, that's probably some of the most danger you could put yourself in
yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything more. I'm not referencing anybody or anything that happened in particular.
Connor, let me just ask you, had I died in a hot air balloon related disaster?
Yeah.
I mean, would you continue the podcast, and how would you go about informing the audience?
Well, okay, so here's what would happen is I would do a podcast the week after. Like I wouldn't take a break or anything. I would of course warn you, but I'd be very public about it.
Yes.
Be very public about it. I do the episode of Green Dudes, I leave your chair empty.
Oh my god. Very somber, yeah.
I'd make sure the camera was on, and like somehow I'm assuming your wife wouldn't die with you. I think you'd be the only one that died from this accident.
Yeah, right.
Somehow. You'd have like fallen out or something.
Yeah.
So I would have her turn the webcam on, and I just leave it on with an empty chair, and I would I do the first show back with just me solo. And from then on out, we'd have a guest host, but I leave your webcam on for the entirety of it.
Connor, that's like really tasteful, honestly.
Thank you.
If I ever go before my time, before this podcast is well and truly through, do have my blessing.
Well, hey, I appreciate you saying that, and I do want to make it clear too that wouldn't be the only thing that I would do in memorial. Like there would be a big memorial service, like in a stadium or something, probably with like fireworks, and we'd have Green Day play probably, and
I think they would do it.
I think they would do it. Yeah, they do. And if they couldn't make it, we'd have a Green Day cover band play.
Okay.
Um, and if we couldn't book a stadium, we'd book a bar. Just be like, but there
Okay.
would be fireworks and
All right.
I mean, there would be no balloons. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be able to do balloons because
No.
that would be distasteful. That would
Yeah.
be distasteful.
Be in bad taste. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Um. Anyways, that would be fun actually.
It would be. It's just like at first when you were talking about the stadium and Green Day, and I was like, oh wow, like Connor's really got this thing covered if I ever actually kick the bucket. And then you're like, oh, but also it could be a cover band at a bar, and suddenly
You gotta have a plan B. You gotta
I
have a
could
plan
feel
B.
like my heart like beating back to life faster than ever. Like I'm like I can't let this happen.
I'm not ready.
Yeah, I need to keep going.
Yeah. Anyways, no, that so probably we won't ever have to deal with that.
No.
I hopefully you outlive this podcast. Which well maybe I actually have a feeling both of us will die before we officially end the podcast. I think.
Connor, part of me kind of hopes we die on camera.
I was gonna say we might even die on
Right,
on stream.
The
Yeah.
It'll be like our own little die on stage.
Yeah, it's beautiful in a way, and we'll leave instructions to our next of kin to upload the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways,
to my uncle, Mr. Be Good.
Yeah, because he'll still be alive. He'll still be being good.
Anywhere. He's not
going anywhere. No freaking
Connor,
way.
What the fuck else are we talking about on this podcast tonight?
I think we're talking about Green Day a little bit of Green Day today. I did want to. Anyways,
do we have time?
I don't know.
Do anything? I don't know. Does it matter?
Anyways, I don't think it matters. Whatever. Okay. We're talking about Brain Stew today, but also there is some Green Day news. There's a little bit of Green Day news circulating.
Oh, that's right. Oh, fuck! Yeah. I shouldn't have talked about the hot air balloon.
No. It's okay. It was a really good bit. I think people would be sad if you didn't. So yeah, we just last episode we had our Green Day bingo update. We had to check in with our bingo, and one of the things that we predicted was a big warning 25th anniversary re-release, and just yesterday we have uncovered the Green Day fandom has uncovered it seems like that is happening, and it's going to be announced soon. I would guess it'll be announced this week at some point. Because let's see, a post on Green Day Community yesterday uncovered that if you go to the official music video for Warning YouTube, you know how YouTube has like they identify the songs and videos and stuff, and it says, "Oh, music. Oh, it's from this album." Blah 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 blah. It's like in the description. Warning is now listed as Warning 2025 remaster.
Oh, okay.
So that's a change because there have as far as we're aware, there's no Warning remaster yet. Same thing with the live performance of Blood, Sex, and Booze on the Howard Stern show.
Wow.
And this is the most interesting part for me, is the video for Waiting. Waiting is being recognized as Waiting Otis mix.
Yeah, what does that mean?
What the fuck does that mean?
What does that mean?
They did a few Otis mixes for trilogy songs. Where they like beefed up the guitars, made them louder and noisier, because one of the big complaints was, the trilogy, the guitar sounds, it's too clean, whatever. Which I don't fucking agree with, but the Otis mixes were cool, but then you listen to Waiting, and the guitar it's clean. It's like not it's similar to a trilogy guitar tone. Which I love, but maybe they're beefing it up a little bit or something. So who knows how extensive this remaster, this box set will be. I think it probably will be in the realm of the previous ones they've put out. But we'll see. What are your thoughts, Connor?
Well, I'm just happy we're one square closer to actually completing a bingo. First off,
Yeah, true.
selfishly, that's kind of my first thought. I'm like, wow, thank God. Now I just need Trey to grow a mustache before the end of the year.
I know.
We'll see. Um, no, this is really exciting. Warning is a well beloved album by the both of us, and one that we have cherished for a very long time, and so it's cool to see it get its due. Or obviously it seems like it's about to, and it just feels like Warning is an album that's really ripe for like looking at different demos at like a song like Misery, which is very different from uh what they had done up until that point, and remains very singular in their discography. Like, I have to imagine there's probably a whole bunch of renditions of it, or different kind of versions of something like that. It's like, how deep did the experimenting go? It's like, are there cut harmonica solos all over the place,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
shit like that? I guess I hope it would offer a glimpse into like different directions they could have gone on Warning, and maybe even like territories that they went down a little deeper in figuring it out. I want to get just more of a peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, that's a great point. That it was their most experimental record thus far. Still, probably one of their most experimental records we've mentioned. And there probably was a lot of like trial and error on some of these songs that would be cool to hear. And also, the reception at the time when it came out, it was like critically panned a little bit, and it didn't resonate with fans of it. So that's kind of why it has this underrated
Yeah.
reputation. And over the years, it's become beloved by a lot of people. But there was a time where I think Billy Joe stated that like if there was any album he would want to re-record, it would be Warning,
Yeah.
which is and I don't think we recorded anything, but it's just interesting because like to me, Warning sounds fucking terrific. So I don't I it's it makes me wonder like if he still has those regrets, or if it would be interesting to see what he thinks today about
Yeah.
how Warning sounds, because
Like, I
I mean,
wonder. What were you gonna say? Sorry.
no, I'm just I wonder if that was pretty much all a result of the backlash, or if
Right.
he still feels in his heart of hearts like, oh, I would have done that differently.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the thing, right? It's like with re-recording potentially, it's probably not a matter of the production or like the sound itself. It's like maybe just like what would Warning sound like in a like if it was kind of passed through a more normalized Green Day filter. Like what if you took the songs off of Warning and you played them on Nimrod or Insomniac, and it wasn't as acoustic forward.
I know, and I think a lot of the fans when it came out would probably be like, oh yeah, Warning, but Dookie-fied,
Yeah, yeah.
and like that doesn't appeal to me in the slightest. Like I think that would take away its charm in a lot of ways. But I mean, I'm interested. That's
Yeah.
why I'm so interested in the Otis mix. I wonder if there's I wonder if there's Deadbeat Holiday Otis mix or
Right,
something.
right.
You know, like that'll be interesting to see. Obviously, my little jam I'm hoping for would be an earlier version of Letter Bomb or Cluster Bomb, which I know
Mm.
is part of it. And I mean, people have theorized like a long time, like what American Idiot songs originated with Warning. Like a lot of people think Shoplifter, the American Idiot B side, was a Warning.
Sounds like it. I can hear that.
It
Yeah.
does sound, yeah. No, I think that's why people theorize that. Like, I don't know if there's any truth to that at all. I don't think I've ever seen any like proof, but it seems to be a common thing people state. Which in the Green Day world, uh,
That's
if
close
if
enough to
yeah,
proof.
exactly. If you repeat it enough, it becomes
Yeah,
fact within
yeah,
the Green Day fandom. But no, I'm very excited to see what they have in store.
yeah. Hope we get that announcement any day now, like you said.
Yeah,
Because this sounds like a lot of times when you bring me like some Green Day hearsay, I'm usually I'm very dubious and very skeptical. But the
yeah.
fact that this is pulled from you know like YouTube description seems to be pretty legitimate. So
Yeah, I think
it
so.
must be
I think
just around the corner, right? Yeah.
that's my guess. Other news, they
Oh fuck, there's
have,
more.
well, just a little bit, just a little
Okay.
bit. They've pretty much wrapped up the Saviors tour. They finished their festival circuit, and they have one more show, which is like it's like a smaller theater, but it's like attached to a casino, I guess, and like the tickets like cost like thousands plus, which is like crazy
Yeah.
and bad. And I guess like a lot of it is like perks for like casino patrons, like big high rollers at the casino. Like it just sounds like a really shitty, like the audience is gonna be fucking shitty dudes.
Yeah.
Uh, but
It's too
anyways,
bad.
that's like the only show they have left on the docket. But the official Saviors tour wrapped at the Ohana Festival last night, and Billy Joe said, he said, "Yeah, this is the end of the tour. We'll be back sooner rather than later." So that's
All
what he
right.
said. Obviously, best intentions. That could be things could happen. We could be waiting years, but we'll see. That's encouraging, at least.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? Maybe we're gonna get a whole bunch of surprise Warning 25-year anniversary shows. Just
I know. Imagine a
mini
Warning
tour.
tour. That would
Yeah,
be
mini
fucking
tour.
cool as
Let's
hell. Yeah. At the
or
at
they got
the
another album in the can. I don't know.
I mean, hey, the possibilities are endless. Possibilities are endless. Anyways, that's all I got. Connor, you want to get into the of the day, brain stew?
Yeah, dude, my brain feels like fucking stew right now.
Yeah, mine too. Um, yeah. So this is the second song in the Stew verse. We covered Stewart in the Avenue a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
The Stewie verse.
that's right. Yeah, that's a well-known verse of Green Day songs.
Can you do like a can you do a Stewie impression, like maybe like a Green like a Green Day lyrics as said by Stewie?
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. Check this out.
All right.
Okay, okay, okay. Uh, what the deuce? Sometimes I give myself the creeps. Yeah. Uh huh.
So good. It's so
Yeah.
fucking good.
Yeah. Not
Wow.
bad. Huh? Not bad.
Yeah. Has Green Day ever been on Family Guy? Right? They
I
have
think
to
Green
have
Day
been.
made fun of by Family Guy
Well, that's
at
what I mean.
least once, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've had to be.
they have. Yeah, I think at least once for sure. Connor, can you do a Peter Griffin impression where
Uh
he says a Green
yeah.
Day lyric?
Yeah. Um all right. Okay. Lois. Lois, I hope you had the time of your life, Lois. I've been practicing that a lot. So
Yeah, that was Connor. I am not kidding when I tell you that was easily 100 times better than I thought it was going to be.
that's it's sad. That's sad.
Yeah, no, I mean, I thought it was just going to be complete dog shit. And that was not bad at all.
I think it started off like I couldn't I don't think I nailed the landing there. But anyways, guys, you're welcome. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. So brain stew.
Okay. Anyways, brain stew. I think it's okay we're starting this talk so late because this is this is the simple the most simple song on this record. It is one riff repeated over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So there's gonna be nothing to talk about.
There's gonna be nothing to talk about. It also happens to be a massive single, one of the biggest Green Day songs in the canon. I think it's fair to say this song is on, like, it still plays on like classic rock radio like every day. Like you turn on the radio, you hear damn it, like they played a lot.
Yes.
And I don't know, is it like in a way in a way it feels like an underrated single, kind of like just because like it's actually so massive. It's actually really big, but it's not like one of the big ones that people talk about, really.
Yeah, I do think it occupies a weird space where like when you think about a single like American Idiot or Basket Case, it's like you hear that song on the radio and you're like, oh, this is Green Day. I know this is Green Day, right? And I don't know if this is going to sound crazy because our audience is going to be Green Day fans. I'm a Green Day fan, right? But like, I kind of think that Brain Stew kind of has this crossover distinction where it, like talking about it as like a radio rock hit, I think people listen to it and it's not that people don't know it's Green Day. I'm not saying it's like people are unsure. But for some reason, I don't feel like it's associated with being a Green Day song the same way. Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe, but I feel like, again, like my examples, American Idiot, Basket Case, I feel like those songs are like so characteristically Green Day. There's no, it's like you're probably a Green Day fan if you're into those songs, because otherwise it's like they're so omnipresent, it's kind of cringy, right? But like Brain Stew, I feel like occupies this kind of space where this was just like a cool, in-your-face, kind of edgy song that you could be into whether you were a Green Day fan or not. Yeah. And everything that I'm saying right now, Connor, is just vibes. Okay?
No, I mean,
I'm not pulling any hot air balloon statistics out of my back pocket here.
Yeah.
This is just off the dome here. But I do think it's different. I think this is a different kind of single.
I think you're right. Yeah, it's like it's an atypical Green Day single. That I think there's like a weird kind of crossover with like the metal genre.
That's what I'm trying to write. It's like, if you were like into Alice in Chains and whatever, you could be into Brain Stew without, people being like, oh, what, you listen to Green Day?
Yeah, totally. And I had this thought when we were talking about Panic Song, actually, and I didn't vocalize it, even though I was thinking it, because I was like, it's kind of dumb, like, but I'll say it. I think there's like a kind of like intersection between Insomniac and like what was going on with like 90s like industrial music. Like, obviously, I don't think Green Day would ever touch that. I don't think they were into it, but I think there was like something in the air that was like they're actually like maybe two steps away from each other or something on like their trajectory. And then obviously Green Day went into Nimrod and like swerved a different way and whatever.
Yeah.
But um, I think there was kind of like an appetite for like heavier alternative music after like Nirvana ended and stuff. Like, and like Dookie happened and like that was kind of like oh, grunge is over, let's celebrate, let's have fun and be happy. But then there was like another current that kind of pushed them in the other direction, and obviously Green Day's reasons for making that turn are different than the culture at large. But I do think that in a weird like this is kind of the era where they intersected with like
Yeah.
metal and kind of darker industrial kind of stuff that was just kind of burgeoning around that time. That and they did that
Yeah.
in their own way, and it doesn't. I mean, it's really not related at all. But I'm just saying, in the air, it was in the air
Yes.
at that time period.
No, Connor, I don't think that's a stupid thought at all. I think it's kind of a genius thought. I feel like you went straight past Brain Stew. You're on like Brain Gumbo or something. You know,
Yeah,
you're
I'm playing 4D chess.
yeah.
No, and
Because for real, like I listened to a bunch of that music back then
yeah,
too. I mean, we both did, and I think you kind of through me a lot, and me through my brother. You know, it's all trickled down.
yes,
in the
yeah,
end,
yeah, yeah,
but like 100%. And that's like why I'm still into Incubus, and
totally.
I have all these nostalgic feelings for bands that I really don't think are good at all. Like if I hear a fucking Disturbed song or a Korn song or Power Man 5000, like if I
Yeah,
listen to those fucking songs, there's a part of my brain I'm like, I know this sucks. You think I don't
yeah,
know that? I know this fucking sucks.
yeah, yeah,
But like you get impacted, when you're a kid, you can't shake that off,
totally.
regardless of what you become privy to as you age. And I think in a lot of ways that's why I still fucking love Green Day too. It's like
Yeah, absolutely, of course,
it's at that time in your life, right? um
100%.
and so I think you're exactly right to compare those things, and to make the distinction that Green Day's not like riding the wave,
No,
but that this was just something that was occurring, and it's like
yeah,
before the movement actually took form and was
yes,
identified. It's albums
exactly.
like Insomniac that that kind of like spur and encourage that environment to even like
Yeah,
grow into the musical movement that it became.
I think so. And like at the same time, it's like bubblings of this kind of thing happen with like In Utero, and then also like at the same time Pinkerton. Like there's just the darker edge started kind of forming, and But anyways, um, Connor, this freaking song has been in our lives for so long.
Yeah.
It's been a massive presence. Um, Take me back to your experience being introduced to this song. Your thoughts on what the younger you thought of Brain Stew, if you could.
Yeah. I feel like I do have a lot of childhood thoughts on this song, and it's weird to think of when I would have first heard it. Um, but unlike a song like When I Come Around or whatever that I had mentioned, like, oh, I had heard that song like before I was into Green Day. Brain Stew's not really a song like that for me, despite how this conversation started with, talking about its prevalence on the radio. Whether I heard it or not before being a Green Day fan is like kind of irrelevant, because I don't remember it. It's like I remember Brain Stew like as I'm getting into Green Day. But then like there is sort of that interesting kind of bit. It's like, well, when like a song like Brain Stew, it feels like you can more clearly pinpoint when you would have heard it, because I know I would have heard it before I listened to Insomniac, because it's on International Super Hits, and I had International Super Hits. But then of course we were watching so many music videos at the time, and the music video for Brain Stew feels like very connected to that song. Like music videos carried a lot of power at that time still, and so I know I would have been watching the music video too. I don't know. It's interesting. I've definitely always really liked this song. I think I liked this song more when I was a kid. Not to get ahead of myself, but I think I liked it more when I was a kid than I did later on. And it has nothing to do with the song. The song is as great as it was back then. It's as great as it ever was. Um, but yeah, I really was more susceptible and more into that like harder, rock kind of thing. I loved that shit. I loved listening to Hybrid Theory and uh and this kind of did feel like a Green Day song that more closely fit that mold. And I've been a Green Day fan for since '04, since American Idiot, and so like I didn't get into Green Day because I thought they were that, and I knew that they were not that, but I did think that them being able to do a song like this was really cool. And the other really, really lame side to this is, Connor, you and I were childhood friends. We were friends before we got into Green Day, even before 2004. We grew up together, well and truly. And, we had a lot of sleepovers. We lived next to each other in the cul-de-sac. And, you have sleepovers, you try to stay up late. And I always kind of felt like Brain Stew was almost like the sleepover anthem in my mind, which is so stupid. Like, but it's like one of those, it's like, that's not what the song is about, obviously. But, when you're a kid, we always talk about how we try to like relate to Green Day songs and how you try to relate Green Day songs to yourself. And I just remember like being a kid and like, trying to like pull all nighters and, drink soda until the sun comes up and shit. And like, and this song specifically was a part of that to me because, because of all those things like wrapped up together. And I kind of always think about that when I listen to this song a little bit.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. Yeah, you're spot on. It was just like, I don't know, at those sleepovers we would kind of like it would feel like we were embodying the song in a way. And I mean, obviously, like, we're it's like the opposite of what the song's meaning is. Like, we were trying to stay up late, trying to pull an all nighter, but it was fun to go a little crazy. Let the like sleep deprivation drive you a little crazy in a fun way.
Yes.
As a kid, yeah, great memories, definitely. Yeah, and I think I feel pretty similarly to you. I mean, this is a song though. I feel like I've had to have heard this song before I actually got into Green Day. Like, just because like my dad had, I guess that wasn't classic rock at that time though. I don't think like, was it playing it on classic rock stations or like rock stations when we were kids? I don't
No,
know.
it probably would have been just on like on the rock station.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it was probably on the radio, like, because we had rock radio on a lot when my dad was driving around and stuff. So I think I definitely I've had to have heard it at least before. But yeah, this was a song, and I think for me as a kid, like I definitely loved the song, and then I think I kind of. It's one of those ones that was, it's played at pretty much every Green Day show, and it's a big one, and it is simple and like repetitive, and so it's like I think I kind of got to a point where I was like a little bit tired of it, but then it's come back around. It's like full circle for me now. I'm just like, oh yeah, this song fucking rocks. Like I if I hear it at every Green Day show I go to forever, like I'm happy with that. It's fucking killer. So how about you nowadays? How is your relationship with Brain Stew changed? over the
Yeah,
years.
it definitely is kind of similar in that it feels like it. Yeah, you're kind of beaten over the head with it, and so I do think I got to a point where it felt overrated. Um, and I don't like. It's always like that kind of push pull. I feel like as a Green Day fan, where like the idea of hearing Brain Stew live is not exciting at all. Like, and in fact, I kind of wish they would play something else, you know, and sometimes they do. Um, but the fact is, if you're at a show and they start playing Brain Stew, it does always rock, and I do always get into it, and that's really true for like any song. Like no matter how overplayed or one note or annoying or stupid I think a fucking Green Day song is, you know, when you're actually there at the show and they're playing it, you know, you just have like a black heart if the only thing you can think of is like, oh God, I can't believe they're doing this. It's like you have to borrow a Green Day phrase, you have to let yourself go a little bit. You know, you have to give yourself
Gotta let it go.
over.
Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go.
Thank you. Can you do that like Chris?
Oh,
Chris
yeah, of course. Okay. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go.
You don't know how he sounds, do you?
I don't know
All
how
right.
he fucking sounds,
Let me
dude.
try. Let me try.
Yeah,
Let me
please,
try.
please
Let me
do.
try. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it go.
Oh, that was
It's
good.
kind of like
I
it's
can
kind of
see.
like that,
Yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, can you do it as Quagmire?
Gotta let it go.
Wow! Oh my God, you're so good at this.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Wow, that's impressive.
I don't know what to say. Anyways, all I'm trying to say is, I don't know. To this day, I still like. Brain Stew is not a very exciting song
Yeah.
to me. I don't think it is.
Do you remember when Family Guy was canceled?
What do you mean? Like when the show was canceled?
Yeah, off of Fox. Remember? Because it was during
Yeah,
this. It
yeah.
was during the like. Wasn't it like
No,
around when American Idiot was out and
yeah.
stuff? Like,
No,
and
I
then they brought it
remember.
back like really like a little while after that.
Well, I remember because that's at this point in my life too. I'm like watching a ton of Adult Swim, and
Yeah.
and I'm like, I think this is the coolest thing in the world. And so, Adult Swim, you kind of like gained a lot of credibility and I don't know, like noteworthiness because they picked up Family Guy after it was canceled.
Oh
initially.
shit! Wow. Yeah.
And so their like syndication of Family Guy after it was canceled from Fox is a humongous reason why Adult Swim exploded the way that it did, and you know,
Wow.
like, yeah,
Damn.
So their history is very much intertwined. Yeah.
Wow. Anyways,
history
sorry
lesson.
for the derailing with the Family Guy history, but
No, I don't have anything else to say, man.
Yeah.
Brain Stew, I still like it, but I do feel like over the span of time I've been listening to it, it doesn't elicit like a lot of excitement from me. I still think we're gonna have a great conversation because I still love this song, but I kind of love it the same way that I feel like I love a song like American Idiot, and it's like
Yeah.
that's different for me. Like it's just
yeah.
We've talked about this even with a song like Longview. It's like
Yeah, definitely.
Longview's great. Longview's great. But holy shit, I mean, I've been listening to the song forever, you know?
Yeah, the big thing with Brain Stew, and I mean it's true for the other big singles as well, but I think Brain Stew maybe even more so than some of them. Like live, when you see it live, it pops off. Like it's like the crowd goes nuts. That opening guitar, like people just go fucking nutty.
Yeah.
And
it's awesome live, yeah.
It's awesome live. It like the communal thing, everyone shouting it together. It's so special and so awesome. And then everyone screaming along with Mike at the end. Ah, damn it, you know, like
yeah.
it's so cool. Like it definitely it's a better song live. Like
Oh
listening
yeah,
to the studio version now, it's like okay, yeah, that's a good song. I've heard it a bunch of times. It's cool, but
exactly.
yeah, live it's like it's a fun experience. It's like a special experience in a
Yeah,
different way. Um,
I agree
yeah,
100%. I feel like
yes,
Brain Stew is almost like its own little, like it's not the same. I'm gonna make a weird comparison, but the live version and the studio version is almost like the difference between the live and studio version of King for a Day, where it's like
oh yeah,
when they play King for a Day live, you're not like, oh man, King for a Day, I love this song, because the way they perform it, it's like its own little, its own little like act or its own little play or its
definitely,
own little
yeah,
stage performance. And Brain Stew, yeah, they don't put on a bunch of goofy fucking hats and jack off or whatever, but like, you know, the way that they play Brain Stew, it
yeah,
feels
and they
like
usually
they're
have the flames going too,
exactly. It's
pyro.
always the flames.
Yeah,
It's like they're at that part of the show doing this part of the set. Like it's not just, it's never just, oh, we're gonna play Brain Stew. It's like this performance piece when they play it,
yes,
and like
definitely,
that is
yeah,
special. That is cool.
yeah, absolutely. Um, I will say they've changed it up a little bit in recent years, where they, I guess, for the non-American Idiot shows we've seen in the last few years, instead of Brain Stew going into Jaded, they do Brain Stew into St. Jimmy, which is kind
Yeah,
of
that is cool.
cool because those are the two. You know, Are We the Waiting into St. Jimmy, and then Brain Stew into Jaded. They kind of switch those up. But for the next tour, what I really want them to do is Are We the Waiting into Jaded.
Yes,
That would
yeah,
be fucking fun as hell.
that'd be pretty awesome.
Who knows? Those are both the smaller of the pairings, but it would be fun. Anyways, Connor, let's get into the fucking guitar here.
Yeah,
This is the big driving force of the song. It's like a wall of sound guitar. You just it's honestly like it's like you press play and like you're just like sliced up with like a really hard edge knife, like
hmm
it's just like a fucking razor blade right away. Um, I don't know, an iconic power chord riff with
yes,
guitar production to like with like perfect guitar production.
yes, yes. Um, wow, I have a lot of thoughts. I guess I have to say one more thing that's kind of connected to like my
Yeah,
personal experience in
yeah,
childhood, and you talking about the riff makes me think about it. When you say like a perfect power chord riff, something that's really special about Brain Stew for me is this is the first Green Day song I really learned how to play on guitar, and I think that we mentioned that like we pretended pretty much to like play other Green Day songs. Like we
yeah,
figured
yeah.
out our own ways of like trying to play. But when I first learned power chords, um, I remember that I was taking guitar lessons at the Rotterdam Square Mall, which I don't even know if you can go to anymore. It's been a husk for a long time.
The
That's
Rotterdam Mall. We lived near there.
yeah, yeah. Or wait, was it Latham? Fuck.
Oh, maybe it was
Actually,
Latham.
I think maybe I think I got my wires crossed there. I think I'm actually thinking of the Latham Circle Mall. I
Oh,
think it
okay,
was.
okay.
It doesn't matter. I don't need to say specifically where I was, but the point is,
What about the Crossgates Mall? That was a good one.
the
Okay,
point
anyways.
is, I had a guitar teacher there at the time, and it must have been, you know, sometime after American Idiot. It doesn't matter. When did Hey There Delilah come out? I
Oh
swear that
man.
that song was everywhere when I was.
Yeah, I'm bad at this pinpointing year. Like I
Okay,
would
I'm
say
sorry.
I would say '07, but maybe it was '06 or maybe it was
Yeah.
'05. Who the fuck knows? I'm gonna look it
You
up.
know what? Okay. Yeah, we should at least look it up real quick. All I'm trying to say is, so my guitar teacher, I didn't ask to listen to this song, but I was a kid in
2005. God damn.
2005.
That's earlier than I
2005.
thought it was. Yeah, yeah.
There we go. So 2005, I was taking guitar lessons at whatever mall, And I had this guitar teacher who's my first guitar teacher. His name was Zach, really cool guy. And he taught me how to play this song. And I still remember him like teaching it to me and me
Wait,
being
he
like,
taught you
oh,
Hey There
wow.
Delilah or Brain Stew?
Brain Stew. But I remember Hey There Delilah because I remember I would show up and like not know what I wanted to do, and I would never practice, and I was an awful student.
Yeah.
And so he would just ask if there was like popular songs I wanted to listen. And he was like a funny guy. He would like play like just 5 seconds of Hey There Delilah, but like he was kind of making fun of it. He was like, you don't want to do this, and he would like kind of like be all like corny about it, be like, Hey There Delilah, blah 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 blah, and like
that's funny.
So that's why I remember that. The important thing is that Brain Stew was the first Green Day song that was like taught to me and that I learned. And yes, it's incredibly easy. But obviously I'm talking about it and I think that that's special. So
yeah, I mean, Connor, I still can't play Brain Stew.
Come on, that's not true.
I'm just joking.
I know that's not true.
One of the things I was gonna say is it's like the funnest thing to jam out. Like my band Revolution Arcade, we would all like it was just fun to play it and jam out on it, and like if there like it's like one of those songs where like if there's ever like a lull in practice, it's like you can just start to play the riff and then everyone can just kind of get into it so easily. So that I've played this song so much. I don't know if it was the first Green Day song I learned. It probably was. I mean, what else is easier? Like maybe Hitching a Ride too, which is also pretty basic. But yeah.
But Brain Stew is even easier.
Brain Stew is even easier, yes.
Because you don't have to do the dun 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 dun.
Exactly. Like, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No palm muting required. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's very funny about Hey There Delilah. I still don't like that song.
I can place. I know exactly what the place is. I think it was Latham. It was stupid of me to say Rotterdam.
Probably Latham. Yeah. So I mean, the guitar is just
the guitar, Connor. The guitar tone.
The guitar tone. It's incredible. I mean, we have praised the guitar tone on this record to high heavens already, but this is next level, a cut above.
Yeah, the thing that I like the very beginning of the song before the vocals, I mean with the vocals as well, but even like before the vocals and especially before the rest of the song kicks off, before the drums, before the bass, when you just get the guitar, it's amazing. Like the clarity of it, it doesn't even feel like the guitar was recorded. It feels like somehow, the hand of God just reached down and like grabbed the freaking power chords themselves and just like magically fucking threw it onto Insomniac. It feels like there's nothing in between like the playing and the sounds.
No, yeah,
and it's insane. It's so beautiful. You got to give it to Brain Stew for that.
You do, and it is like, because I mean, when you put on headphones and you listen to music, like you're aware that the guitar is not right next to you. Like, you're aware that it was recorded somewhere else in a different room, far away from where you are usually. But for this, it's like it is literally, it feels like it's in your ear, like it reaches through the headphones or the speakers. It's right there. It's right there.
Yes.
And that's Mr. Rob Cavallo for you.
Hell yeah.
That's Mr. Cavallo. We have to thank for that. This song would not have, Connor, imagine the song being produced like on Lookout Records.
Yeah.
Like
that's
it would
hilarious.
be a cool song. It would be a cool song, but like, God, what? It would have 20% of the impact it has with the Insomniac production, if that. Like,
yeah.
This is an example of the production like really making the song. It's a great song, but the production it elevates it to levels that had not been discovered yet and have not been reached. They actually don't know how to do that anymore. They've lost the knowledge to make a
That's
song like
right.
Brains do. It doesn't
Yeah,
happen
no.
anymore.
My uncle Be Good, he was telling me about that on Sunday. He was like, they can't do it anymore.
They can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
They've lost the resources and the knowledge. Yes, and I mean, just it's remarkable how little variation there is in the playing throughout the song.
Yeah.
There's a couple of scratches. There's a couple of open strums, but it's the same riff the entire time.
Mhm.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I remember like talking about Ballyhoo. I was like, oh, it's so cool that Billy can still write a song based around a really simple, silly riff. But like this is like the ultimate example of simplicity is king. Like
Yes.
it's incredible.
Yeah, because we talk about that a lot, and it feels like even more so on Insomniac, where they pull back in a lot of ways. They're like, okay, no more solos, none of this fucking bullshit. We're gonna shoot straight at the heart, with this stuff.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
And so there's definitely been plenty of times where we're zeroing in on a performance on Insomniac, and it's like, yeah, there's not too much, I don't like, even a song like Babs Uvula Who, it feels like it's kind of like based around like sort of this repetition. It's like that like growing anger or whatever, like, and I Brain Stew sort of is like the ultimate example of that. It's crazy that it's definitely the most simplistic and also the most widely known, like out of out of songs that already have a reputation, like Green Day songs, for being pretty simple. We've made fun of that many times, where people are like,
totally.
oh yeah, if you know how to play power chords, you could play any Green Day song, and that's obviously bullshit. But
for this song,
but it's true,
100% true. Yeah,
you could be a fucking 12-year-old kid at Latham, and your fucking teacher could teach you this song. Absolutely.
Or Rotterdam. Why not?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Even if you're in Rotterdam. Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. We could praise this guitar all day. It's truly masterful.
We can. You know what I want to say?
Yeah.
I just going into that out, like the last verse before the whole instrumental outro, the breakdown. I feel like I've never really appreciated that there's like another guitar in there that's like just doing these little just scratches over the verse.
Yep.
And it's like one of those things where I'm like, I can't say I haven't heard that before. I've heard the song so many times. It's like, it's not like I haven't heard it, but when you sit down to like listen closely and intently to a song for the purposes of podcast discussion, sometimes you kind of find yourself focusing on things, in a different way than you would when you're casually listening. And I really found myself being like, whoa, I don't know if I really ever just like sat back and appreciated that there's obviously just a separate guitar being recorded there that is only doing these very like distant sounding scratches overlaid on the main riff. And I just love how that goes into that slide before you get the, the full outro. So those are like the maybe guitar nuances I wanted to touch on quickly.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, I mean, the amount of like guitars tracked on this thing is probably incredible. But yeah, there's like a lot of like little other simple things in the background, like with the open strums and the scratches, like you said, like that really adds to it just elevates throughout the song, and it's really, really cool. Moving on to the other instruments, which like, do we even have to talk about them? But we do. Well, I think we go straight to the drums.
I was gonna say, Connor, we really only have one other instrument to talk about, really.
I know, really. Because I mean, yeah, we'll get to the bass, but like a lot of that is just kind of, maybe we just talk about the bass quickly and then go to
You
the
want to
drums.
talk about the bass quickly?
So
Yeah.
let's talk about the bass quickly, because in my mind, the bass, obviously Mike knows what he's doing here. He knows if he does dirty little side quests or riffs or like, that's gonna just distract. That's not going to be
Yes.
that's going to be detrimental to that's not going to help. Um, so he's a power player here, and he just backs up the guitar. And I mean, I do think a lot of like the heaviness comes from just the support that the bass is providing here.
Yeah, I agree. And it's definitely one of those, it makes the bass feel like an unsung hero, because like you listen
Yeah.
to the song, and regardless of how like perfectly crisp the production is, it's like, just given the nature of everyone playing together, the bass is like lost individually, and it creates like this weird sort of like it feels like a contradiction, like a walking contradiction of some kind, where, oh, if you can't like really pick out the bass, then it wouldn't matter if it was there or not, right? And yet if you were to take it out, yes, you absolutely would lose like that that feeling of heaviness, that weight that like the bass provides. And yeah, I think it really goes to show that that I don't know, it's like it's making music like this, it's this kind of like alchemy, and it feels like it would be logical where you would want to have everything that is like being played, able to be picked up and heard at all times, and yet like the nature of being a bass player at times is that you're gonna be buried, but like it doesn't mean that you're not gone. It's like you're buried alive. You're underneath the fucking dirt, and like you can hear the
Yeah.
muffled screams.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like I'm losing the plot here, but I will say the that outro there, that last 30 seconds or however long, I do feel like that's the one time I can like truly hear the bass. Like
Uh-huh.
I can hear like the twangy vibration of the
Yeah.
strings, like while Mike's really laying into it. Everywhere else, it just feels like support. But I feel like you can really catch him there in that outro, and that's cool too.
Yeah. No, I
He
know
does
what you
what he
mean.
does.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think I think that all makes sense to me. I mean, yeah, he's supporting the guitar and also supporting the drums, because I think the drums here, moving on to Trey's performance, I mean, another just pinnacle of music production.
Yes.
Like God, when the drums come in after that first few guitar runarounds, after the first riff, um, after the first part of the verse or whatever, it's God, it's just it hits you so hard. The bass is like fucking so thumpy. And then the snare,
Yes.
how crisp the snare
Yes.
sounds. Oh man, it is God. It's so good. I don't know. It's and then like to give Trey credit with the like restraint, like it's like the perfect buildup of like he's locked in playing to the riff, playing, and then it just builds, and as the guitar kind of has those open you know chords ringing out, like Trey gets into the cymbals. It's God.
Yes.
I mean, I don't know. It's just a really really great work.
Yeah, agreed on all points. Especially, yeah, like the clarity of the recording of the drums here.
Yeah.
And I was thinking like it can't be that they just got it right for just one song. I'm like, do they have it mic'd differently just for Brain Stew and nowhere else? And it's like, no, I can't believe that, and I feel like that Brain Stew must be kind of like the perfect storm between, like this really, really kind of like unfiltered sort of recording technique that like we keep coming back to, mostly with the guitar. But like with the drums here, it's like I think the production is exactly as sharp as you're saying. And Brain Stew, because of its simplicity, like really, really suits itself to highlight just how perfectly these things are captured. Like elsewhere on Insomniac, I think that all of these things, all of these pieces are captured just as like richly and fully. But like because it might be a song like No Pride or whatever it is, like, yeah, the drums on that song sound great. But there's so much more going on that you don't focus on it the same way. And Brain Stew is like so sparse that like you're just more prone to engage with like the fucking clarity of it. And it kind of wows you that much more because there's like less getting in the way,
I think that's exactly it. I think the dynamics of the song really are able to propel the drums. I mean, it's it's as simple as like the riff having space. Like it's like dan it, then the snare hits, boo, dan it, do, ban it, do. Like it's just there's so much room for the drums to make it, and even though they're simple, they still there's enough room for them to make an impact. Like in like the EQ of the song, like in the frequencies of the song.
Hell
like
yeah.
that's
Hell yeah. The EQ and the frequencies, are you kidding me?
That's my producer hat coming on, Connor, because I'm a producer of my own records.
Oh, I know.
And guess what? I might not know what any of that means, but like I fuck around until it sounds kind of good.
Yeah.
Until I'm like, wow, this sounds like not terrible.
That's all production is. It's just turning knobs. We've already talked about that.
That's all Rob Cavallo does.
Yeah. It's just a knob turner, right?
It's the knob turner. I mean, a god of turning knobs, but regardless. Yeah, so fucking killer performance for Trey, just goddamn so good. Connor, you want to transition to vocals, lyrics, all that?
Yes. Let's do that.
All right, sing me a song, Mr. Piano Man.
Wow. Okay. Just tell me the words I might have known. The words I might have known. The words I might have known. Holy crap, Lois. Just tell me the words I might have known.
Here we go. Good stuff. I was gonna say we should like sing it like Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, I wish I could croon like him. Yeah.
All right. Anyways, let's jump into the lyrics here. I mean, we will talk about the vocal production because the vocal production is very good. Actually, let's talk about that first.
Okay, sure.
I can't stop myself. Losing my mind.
Yeah, for real.
We got I mean, the vocals are so good. Billy does a great job at like sounding fucked up and tired and but also the vocal production, Connor, the doubled vocals.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like it is like a perfect storm of like, yeah, there's room within the song for all these competing instruments and frequencies, but also maybe they did just maybe they were like, okay, this is a single, we're gonna produce it like a single. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, what is it? What is the truth? I don't know.
What's the magic sauce? What's the fancy sauce?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard to say.
But anyways, the vocals they sound fucking incredible. Billy turns in a great performance. It's very in line of this character he has turned into for Insomniac. But it's also like, I don't know. It feels like a performance. Like he's living the lyrics of the song. He is having trouble trying to sleep. He is
Yes.
fucked up, spun out in his room.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He absolutely sells it. Complete with some little quirks, like before that first verse actually comes in, and you get that really drawn out kind of like, that whole deal. It's like those little touches do a lot to
Oh yeah.
drive home what's going on here.
And then I mean I'd be remiss to say he does that in Oh Love as well, which is kind of a funny little reference.
He does that in Oh Love as well, does
It's a similar thing.
I can't even. That's cool. That's cool. I'll be excited to talk about that because I haven't listened to that song in a while and I can't remember. But you know what? I guess I sort of do. I don't know. Now that you say it, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, it does kind of feel like there's probably a certain amount of pressure, singing on a song like this, where especially in the beginning, it's as sparse as it is, and Billy's vocals are going to be so upfront and so prominent. And I mean, he does absolutely nail it. From that first, I'm having trouble trying to sleep. Yeah. I guess I got nothing else to add from his performance. I think you're exactly right about what he accomplishes with it, and it's just a classic outing for Billy. Like many things on this song, it feels like it is sort of captured kind of perfectly in time,
100%. Any lyrics here, Connor, that you were unfamiliar with or that you had to learn today or recently?
Okay, Connor, this is a weird one. There's one thing I have to talk about. I knew every line on this. I have to start with that, actually. I knew every line on this. The weird part is that there's a line that I did know that I thought was always wrong, and then I kind of came up with what I thought it was and thought it was that for kind of a while, and now I'm like, wait, I was always right when I thought it was wrong. Anyways, when Billy sings "No rest for cross tops in my mind," first off, I'm just gonna say I don't know what the fuck that means.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought it was when I was younger. But I was like, there's no way that's what that is, because that doesn't make it. What does that mean? And so for a while, I thought it was no rests, RESTS, no rests, or cross stops in my mind. Meaning like
a four-way intersection or something.
Exactly. No, yeah. Yes, which sounds stupid until
I know it makes sense.
It's like if that were the lyric, I took that to mean like your brain is on this neural fucking pathway where it cannot stop at any point. And so there's no cross stops. Yeah, there's no intersections for your brain to quiet down. You're completely restless. And I was like, that's got to be it. That's got to be it. That's what it is. That makes so much sense. But he, according to Genius, which is what we always check, it says no rest for cross tops in my mind, which I did historically think that's what he's saying. And Connor, I don't know what the fuck that means.
Well, clicking on the Genius annotation right here.
I don't want the Genius annotation. I want to know what you think. Now,
okay, no. I've known that this was the lyric for a long time, and a long time ago I did look up what a cross stop was, a long time ago. So I've known, and I think the Genius annotation here is actually it's right. It's
Okay.
Cross tops is a slang name for uppers or stimulant pills. They say time passes and his mind won't rest as there's no way to stop the pill's effects. It's another drug reference. Drew Ballard comments though says Crosstops is a trucker punk band. He's talking about being stuck in his head. That's not true. That's not what he's talking about.
Are you sure? I mean,
Yeah, no, I am. I'm pretty sure. No rest for a song from the band The Crosstops being stuck in your head. Like doesn't make. I don't think that makes much sense.
maybe
But
you might just really be into the cross tops. I don't know.
it's possible. But anyways, Connor, this proves you've never tried methamphetamine.
Hey, I guess I've finally been outed here.
Yeah. But we will remedy that by the end of the album, by Walking Contradiction episode or
Yeah.
our retrospective episode. Yeah, so that's really funny that your thought to be misheard lyric actually turned out to be correct.
Right.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, for me this was I've known these lyrics. It feels like all my life. Close enough. Connor, any particular lyrics here you wanted to point out?
There's a lot of great ones here.
Yeah.
I
just think it captures. I mean, it just captures that feeling of not being able to sleep like perfectly. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I'm counting sheep are running out. I feel like is really iconic.
Yeah.
It's just really good imagery. It's like, how could you run out of sheep? That's the whole point of the sheep, right? But it's like that exaggeration just works so well. Fucked up and spun out in my room on my own. Here we go. That's like just such a perfectly Green Day lyric. Like it has that, apathetic, oh, I'm in my room by myself, I'm all fucked up kind of deal. Like I feel like that's just like a perfectly inline Green Day lyric, and I love it, and I love the delivery of it. Yeah, I guess that's what I want to point out. I could talk about any line on this song, but
I know. No, same here.
Those are the ones. Yeah.
What's more interesting to me is first off, I want to just read an interesting quote from Billy Joe off of Genius real quick.
All right.
Billy says, Rolling Stone, this song is such a dark horse. I had just gotten some recording equipment, and I came up with the riff when I was experimenting with it for the first time. Oh, this is cool. It almost sounds like a harder Beatles song, like While My Guitar Gently Weeps. The song is about methamphetamine, not being able to sleep, and staying up all night. It was something that was creeping into the punk scene at the time. It's an evil drug. He says, things were getting really scary. I'm a dedicated songwriter and musician, and when Dookie got so big, I really wanted to be like, I'm a rocker, I'm a punk rocker. That's what matters to me more than being some kind of pop star. That sort of fueled that record, which is kind of what we had been talking about the entire time.
Yeah.
So he outright says it.
And, interesting, too, that he mentions this song kind of is the product of some new recording equipment, right?
Yeah. That is cool.
So maybe it is kind of singular in that regard. When we talk about, like, what makes this song sound as, like, crystal clear as it does, I maybe it is special in that way.
Maybe. I think he's more referring to he got, like, equipment for home recording that he recorded the demo on. And then
I see.
I think Cavallo brought it to its levels today, but who knows? Maybe who knows? Maybe that helped it. Maybe that pushed it forward in some way. Yeah. So then the other thing I wanted to mention too was, and this is on the one of the wikis. Can you just do like the DJ scratching, like the wiki?
Wiki where?
Thanks. That
Wiki wow west.
Wow, that's amazing. That really helps.
I'm full of impressions tonight, so
you're so good. You're doing great. On the wiki, it says that after the September 11th attacks, Brain Stew was placed on Clear Channel's list of post 9/11 inappropriate song titles. or songs.
Hmm.
Do you have any idea why that might be? I guess it's they deemed it as lyrically questionable to play in the aftermath of 9/11.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really see why. I think that was just a time of such fear and like, I don't know, overcompensation's not, but I feel like if like at that point you're trying to make a decision on what you're going to play, and if anything makes you stop and think for even 0.01 nanoseconds, you're like, get rid of it, we're not
Yeah,
taking it any chances.
it's like, wait, these guys couldn't sleep because they were terrorists,
Yeah,
and they were obviously up all night plotting their attack, and that's why we can't play the song.
that's why.
Obviously,
And it's funny that Brain Stew would have been put on a list, post 9/11, and then what? Green Day just comes out with American Idiot. Like,
I was gonna say just a few years later, they come out with American Idiot and Holiday, and I'm sure Clear Channel loved them. Nah,
yeah,
like Borat, like the Borat thing.
yeah. Good. No, I love
Yeah,
the impressions.
thanks.
Keep it going.
All right, Connor. Let's head to the next segment.
All right.
Just tell. No, that's the other song. Why am I so?
Warning,
I
live
fucking know.
without warning.
I fucking know.
Okay.
I fucking know.
I thought maybe you were gonna. Okay.
In honor of the
Fine.
25th anniversary, which is actually this Friday. Warning.
Ooh,
I think.
wow. I guess that's when they're gonna make the announcement. Maybe.
Actually, that makes too much. That makes too much sense.
Why
doesn't
wouldn't
it?
they do it on Friday? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. A warning, live without
Have we
warning.
heard this song? Have we heard this song?
Connor, I know it's hard to remember each and every song you've heard live, and
It's
you
true.
like this. I mean, this album so far on the podcast, you've historically
Yeah,
done very bad
I've been doing very
at
poorly.
guessing which songs you heard live.
Yes.
So Connor, I'm praying for you on this one.
Yeah. Thank
Have you? Because if you don't get this right, I mean, all credibility in the eyes of our listeners might be gone.
Yeah. No, I
So,
understand. There's a lot riding on this.
Connor, have you heard Brain Stew live in concert?
No.
Oh, you're right, Connor. They've actually never played this one live. It's even though we were talking about how they play it live at every show.
Yeah,
You know,
but somehow we have missed it every single
yeah, we've.
time
This is
we've
when
gone.
we actually go to the bathroom for this song.
Yeah.
Not purposefully, but
Yeah.
we just always happen to have to use the bathroom
Yeah.
at this
No,
very
it's
moment.
rotten luck. Not. There's my
Oh,
Borat impression.
Borat! There he
There's
is.
the
There's
Borat
Borat.
guy.
Isn't it funny how Borat was not the originator of that joke, but it's like that is like the
It's
thing people think of now?
yeah,
Yeah,
people, yeah. No, Borat. I mean, he kind of he stole that in a way.
he did. Yeah. Oh, oh.
You know, jeez, I don't want to talk about Borat. I want to talk about Green
Yeah.
Day.
Yeah.
Connor. Yeah, of course, we've heard this song. In fact, we heard this at our very first Green Day show together.
We did. Yeah, absolutely. And at most of the other shows as well. I don't think we can say every show, but at most of the shows after that.
Yeah, no, it would be hard to think about a show where we didn't hear Brain Stew, but there's got to be some outliers there, right?
There are. No, there actually are. I'm confident of that. Yeah, fucking again, a killer live track, and I think I'm interested now in hearing what the seedy underbelly of the internet has to say about Brain Stew.
Yeah. I mean, with a song as big as this, Connor, I'm sure you really did your due diligence.
My dude diligence.
That's right, your due diligence. You combed over the swaths of the internet, to find various opinions from different corners, different time periods, different walks of life. I'm really excited to get it. I'm really excited to hear what they have to say about this one.
Yeah, I actually don't really remember much of these because I had these ready for last week's episode.
Gotcha.
We ended up not talking about Brain Stew. So anyways, Connor, let's hear from the anti-social media.
We are.
All right. We start off with a YouTube comment from don't_W from 4 months ago. Don't says, oh, and their profile picture is of a rubber ducky, it looks like. They say, you know your song is good if the most replayed part is the beginning.
You know your song is good if the most replayed part is the beginning. Like what they keep restarting the song over and over.
I mean, to me, it just sounds like they just replay the beginning over, like the guitar intro on a loop. It's kind of like 21 Guns, like the joke. I don't think we said this on air, did we?
We
but
didn't,
but no, Connor joked like we should make a 21 Guns edit of 21 Guns, except it never 21 Guns. Except it never turns into 21 Guns, where it just stops at the at the bass drum before the chorus. And
right, you just like loop the kick drum over and over.
Yeah,
boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, which is funnier. But this could be a brain stew, but it never stews or something.
Yeah, brain stew, no stew.
Brain stew, no stew. It just has the guitar part looped over and over for 10 hours.
You know, when I was a kid and I made like music videos in my head and shit, I would like replay just parts of song. You know, beginnings would be the easiest, really only way to do it because you would just keep hitting back. You know?
Yeah, true.
And I would do that. So I kind of get what this little rubber ducky guy means.
I don't think I knew that about you. I don't think I've ever done that.
No, I did.
I definitely did like think of music videos in my head, but I don't think I kept on restarting songs.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess it's a common affliction. Next
really
up we have
affliction. Okay, we're gonna call it an affliction.
Common affliction.
Yeah, I had a malady. Yeah.
I think it might be people who took too much Tylenol. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe so.
If you know what I'm saying.
Hey, we are really going nuts this podcast. We are going all out.
Nutty mode.
Family Guy impressions, Borat references, post 9/11. Fucking, it's the whole deal.
Tylenol, yeah.
Tylenol. Nothing's off limits.
Nothing's off limits today. We say what we want here on the Green Dudes. You can't censor us. Okay, JD1A5 spelled JAYDEE, so it's not John Dorian, not JD from Scrubs.
Yeah, okay.
From 6 years ago, JD says, this song perfectly describes its original album title, in parentheses, Insomniac.
Yeah.
Its original album title?
I think that they're just being verbose and making themselves sound
it implies that the title changed.
Right.
And actually the crazy thing is Insomniac was actually not the original album title. The original album title was Jesus Christ Supermarket.
Right.
So this guy is just playing wrong.
Yeah. But what I will say is I hadn't really thought of like Insomniac and Brain Stew as connected in that way. I
haven't?
I guess that's obvious, but when I listen to Brain Stew, I'm not thinking like, oh yeah, like Insomniac, duh.
No, I've always connected the title with this song.
Well, I guess I'm stupider than fucking JD over here. I don't know. You learn stuff every day. I don't know.
You do learn
and what can I say?
Okay. It's a little blind spot. It's okay. I I didn't mean to shame you, Connor. I think it's
That's
totally
all right.
normal.
Now it kind of feels like you're holding back, like you want to make fun of me, and you're just
Well,
trying to be polite. I mean, you
I
could
mean, I'm not gonna mention the Tylenol again. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. Okay.
okay. Yeah, no. Connor, this is you right now. You're like, I'm gonna talk about Tylenol. Not.
Exactly. I'm gonna pull a Borat and move on. Wait for Borat 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Didn't they make
And
that?
they did
Whatever.
make that. Yeah, that actually does exist. Came out in 2020, I think, which is fucking crazy. Anyways, the underscore.
Wow, that's insane.
I know. And now Sacha Baron Cohen, guess what? He's the biggest Zionist in the whole world.
Yeah.
It makes
what the
Borat
fuck?
look terrible. It's like, oh, this was just making fun of Middle Eastern people the entire time. That was the whole joke.
Right.
Fucking-
yeah. I thought we were having a laugh at the
Like
the fear mongering of
racist
American
and-
culture.
yes,
right.
exactly.
Yeah, the racist tendencies
Exactly.
of turning them into a caricature. This is at
Yes.
the expense of like the American mind post 9/11. No,
It just
No,
no.
I
He was
guess
just making
not.
fun of people that live in the Middle East and have been. Okay.
up.
Anyways,
that guy.
it is fucked up. Anyways, the underscore Baconator underscore 3000 replies to JD. The Baconator, which is great username for a YouTuber. They reply and say, "No, the original album is Kerplunk. So this is to the newbies. Don't listen to everything people say. Have a good day."
Okay.
The original album is Kerplunk.
I'm obviously more confused now.
Okay, yes. So the idea now is like, oh, they're correcting JD saying the song's original album was actually Kerplunk. Like implying that Brain Stew is on Kerplunk. Then it gets dumber. JD replies and says, TF, which means the fuck.
Yeah.
This was never on Kerplunk. Then the Baconator 3000 replies and says, nah, I was dumb. I read it wrong. Which makes me think that he thought like the original Green Day album, like the first Green Day album.
Right.
Like that, like that the original Green, which is also wrong because Kerplunk is not the first Green Day record.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
the Baconator is going around correcting people, confidently correcting people.
Yes. It's just being loudly wrong.
Yes, loudly wrong. Then he does admit his fault. But guess what? He corrects himself, but he's still wrong.
Yeah. So
just incredible.
Baconator, I hope you're listening. Because either you need to do better or you are quite the troll, and we have fallen for your masterful gambit, sir.
I mean, if it's trolling, it's like very impressed. If I found out it was trolling, I would be very impressed and envious, actually. And the craziest thing is, like, the original comment was from 6 years ago. The Baconator's comments are from 2 months ago.
Yeah. Wait, and so then the other person who had the comment from 6 years ago replied?
He replied, yes. JD is still around.
And so I feel like people really do treat YouTube like a message board in ways that I just don't fully understand. Like, that's insane.
It's Connor, it's a lifestyle for some people.
Like, they get a notification and they're, I don't even know what a YouTube comment notification looks like, but they get some kind of notification and they're like, oh, I need to respond to my comment that I made from 6 years ago now.
I imagine they're on YouTube quite a lot, watching Joe Rogan or whatever, and they also have the YouTube app on their phone, and when it asks you if you want notifications from this app, you press yes. You have to like an insane fucking maniac.
Yeah. No,
you want
sick.
Notifications from YouTube.
That's really sick. I've never even like considered that or thought of that or heard that. I don't know. Yeah, it's just really fucking wild. I always feel weird sometimes doing this segment because it's like I get that, like on the internet, people's like tiny, silly, innocuous mistakes. It's like they're immortalized on the internet forever for us to just kind of flippantly go through and make
Yes,
fun of for shameless content. Like,
which we
you know,
thank them for.
I get that. I get that. I completely get that. When we were kids, we said a bunch of stupid stuff about Green Day, and it's
Uh huh.
not on YouTube. We've talked about that before too. But then, like, it's weird. Like, it's weird when people kind of like double down on their wrongness,
Yes, it is. Yeah,
or like they
yeah.
don't fully understand why they're wrong or how, or like it's,
And
uh,
they're not really interested in that either. You know.
yeah, no, it doesn't seem like it, right? Okay,
It's
whatever. On to the next
yeah.
one.
I mean, it's a strange place, YouTube, and the internet as a whole. Anyways, next up we have
The internet has a hole.
the internet as a whole, and it's quite dirty. Okay, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. All right. Um, Danik VR from 3 months ago says, "Not gonna lie, but the first line on the song is so relatable."
Dude, hell yeah.
I mean, I'm always having trouble trying to
Dude,
sleep.
dude. Talk to me when, you're a 13-year-old kid who just slammed their ninth Coke and it's
Yeah.
4:30 a.m. All right.
Or you're 31 and you've had 1.5 2 liters of Coke Zero over the course of a whole overnight shift, and then you come home in the morning and you can't sleep at all
Yeah,
for some weird reason that has nothing to do with that.
that's really
Um,
fucked up.
and then you're like, fuck, and then you want to take NyQuil again because you're like, I gotta sleep because I have to record Green Dudes later that day, and then like you're like, I don't want to take NyQuil, so then your girlfriend's like, well, why don't you just have a shot of Tullamore Dew so you can sleep? And then I did, and then it worked.
Wow, okay.
That's kind of just like, what if it's like that?
Yeah, what if? What if?
Yeah.
Wow, that's really something. Do you
Yeah.
ever think about this song when you are having trouble trying to sleep?
I definitely have in the past, and but this morning, which is what I was retelling the tale of this morning when I was trying to
Interesting.
sleep.
I didn't quite catch that, but go on.
Yeah, but I should have thought about it because I knew we were going to be talking about brain stew, but I just didn't.
Right.
I didn't make the connection there because of the Tylenol.
That must be
All right,
it.
that must be it. Mr. Bozo 5504 2 weeks ago says, "I
Nice.
love Green Day's non-political songs." Missing one of the I's in political.
Got it.
Well, Mr. Bozo, guess what? This is actually quite political because it was put on a list of songs not to play on the radio after 9/11. So
Great point.
you're wrong.
Great point.
Next up, we have Heather Cross 6781 from 6 days ago. I mean, actually, it's this was a week ago so it's more than that now.
I got you.
But Heather says, as a kid, I loved this, sang all the lyrics. Later, I learned about the meth, except they censored meth, so it was M***TH to self-censor. It all makes sense now. That's what they say.
Wow. So
because they don't want to get banned from YouTube for writing out the word meth.
Right. Yeah, I mean they could just as well be writing about math.
Exactly, I know, and the censors would have no idea.
So, I don't know what they mean by like it all makes sense. Like they were like, "Oh, I liked the song, and then I learned what it was about, and now it all makes sense." Like, did it not make sense to them before? Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, the thing about the song though is like it makes sense without without thinking about the meth. Like,
Right.
people that don't take meth still have trouble falling asleep.
Yeah. And it's like, your eyes are wide open, they're so bloodshot, they feel like they're going to bleed, like those all that stuff, yeah, still tracks, still works.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it is about meth, so
It is about meth. Anyways, Z Culls, I think it's Skulls, but with a Z for 69 from
Skull.
11 Skulls 69 from 11 days ago says cocaine is one hell of a drug.
That's a Family Guy quote.
Is that where it comes from?
I'm not kidding. That's a Family Guy quote.
Holy fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, you've probably heard that before, right?
Cocaine is one hell of a drug?
Or just like
Of course.
blank is a hell of a drug. Yeah.
No, yes. No, I didn't know that was the origin.
Yeah. That's family.
Well,
You have
guess what?
Family Guy to thank for that.
This is not the end of the Family Guy connection. We're just wanted to say that.
Wow, great.
Next up, we have the_human_person 7 from 4 months ago. The human person says, "Brain stew, just like my granny makes me."
Okay.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Your granny makes you brain stew.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
Your granny's a murderer. Next up, we have WH40K Fanatic from 1 month ago says, as with many others, undoubtedly, I thought the song was about drug use, but it's actually about sleep deprivation and insomnia and the effects it has.
That's great. This guy should be commenting on all of fucking whoever that other first guy was who keeps commenting the wrong shit.
You gotta correct them.
They should like team up and just like respond to like everyone's comments. Like
just be totally wrong in different ways.
Yeah.
That's the best public service they can do, I think.
It is funny to see comments like this on Brain Stew because like there were other songs on Insomniac where people are so quick to be like, this song is about meth. And we're kind of just like, I mean, maybe it references it or like, but it's like the song's about more than just that. You know what I mean? And so it's just really funny to be here on Brain Stew and this guy's like, I thought this song was about meth, but it's really just about the ailments of insomnia.
It's fucking hilarious. All right, we've got a few left. We have Spencer 1980 from 3 months ago. Spencer says, I'm doing my best. My ex-wife and my ex-GF are pretty hot. I'm a Buddhist. That's the best I can do.
What is he doing?
He's a Buddhist.
He's doing his best. Like, what does that mean?
I think as a human, I mean, I guess, and he's still happy. Like, even though his ex-wife and his ex-girlfriend are not with him any longer, he's still happy because they were pretty hot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what he's like having trouble with, but
yeah, I mean, this might be his like, I can imagine this being like his train of thought when he is struggling to fall asleep. That's kind of what I'm imagining.
Right.
Your head goes through these cycles, and he's just like, I'm just doing my best. Yeah, they were pretty hot, actually.
Yeah, like keep it up, buddy. I hope the next one isn't an X. You'll find someone.
I thought maybe a fellow Buddhist, and you can both have shaved heads and meditate together.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to hit up like a monastery.
Yes, honestly, go to the monastery. You'll either find love outwardly or inwardly, maybe more likely.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
I think that would be nice. All right. Anyways, we have next up we have SIUXUT. How do you think you say that? Suzu?
SIUXUT.
Yeah, Suzu.
Suet.
Okay, Suet. From 4 months ago, Suet says, Brian Stewie Family Guy.
Wait, what?
Brian Stewie Family Guy.
Well, okay. I feel like I almost get the beginning of it, but I don't get what Family Guy is.
It's a typo. I
Family
think
Guy.
I think it's a typo. I think they meant to type Family Guy, but they typed Family Guy.
I mean, is Brian Stewie meant to be like Brain
Yeah, that's Brain
Stew?
Stew.
Is that really
Yeah, I
Brain
think
Stew? Brian Stewie.
Brian Stewie. Yeah, I think that was the joke. Brian Stewie, Family Guy.
Wow. 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 That's really something. That's really I feel like I've thought about like Brain Stewart and Brain Stewie before, but I've never
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
of Brain as Brian. That's really magical.
I know. I really love that one. I'm happy I got to speak it out
That's
loud.
this sort of reminds me of what was it? Like I'm Brandon mad at Justin. That's
Oh
what this
yes, I'm Brandon
that's
mad at Justin.
that's what this
That
makes
was
me
so
think
good.
of.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
And
Brian
it's funny
Stewie.
because how I don't even know. It's funny that we did all those Family Guy impressions on this episode. Obviously, the Brain Stew was the impetus to that, but
Yeah,
it's still
yeah.
funny how like deep
It is
we
it is
dived into
fun
that.
because we don't usually, believe it or not, we don't usually do a whole bunch of Family Guy impressions on Green Dudes.
Not on this show. Not on
That's
this
our other
show.
podcast. Yeah.
Our other podcast, we're chock full of them. Okay. We got two more. Corwin Chapman 4565 from 4 years ago says, I went downstairs for a glass of water and I was dissolved alive by mysterious green mold. I should have never moved to Rome.
Rome, New York.
Maybe the Rome Mall, Rome, New York Mall.
That's right. Yeah, could be. Could be. I don't know how they're typing this if they're as dissolved as they claim they are, but
Yeah, it might be hard to type if you're dissolved, right? I mean, I've never been dissolved personally, so I wouldn't know, but
I feel like we're kind of poking some holes into this story here. I don't know if I quite buy this one.
okay. Last but not least, so I'm sorry. I got two more. I can't. I have to say two more.
Okay.
But I'll go fast. Copious Doinks LLC, which is a great username.
What?
Copious Doinks LLC. They're professional. It's a professional company. Doink says, chained to the guitar, the future is so far. Nothing else seems real. Booze and drugs have appeal. They give me options, and I'm still locked in. One day I'll make it out. ...
Wow, a little bit of poetry here in the YouTube comment section.
We got a poet on our hands.
I like that.
Yeah.
Feels like it took a little bit of thought, a little bit of artistry to cook something up,
Absolutely. Copious Doinks. Keep on doinking. That's all I got to say. Okay, last but not least, Oliver RB7ZC from 3 years ago, and they have an avatar. The profile picture is of a frog. Did you know that the Pepe frog, there's like two different kinds of the frog? I just learned that.
I feel like there's a lot of versions. I don't know what you mean by two.
Well, no, I mean like, but there's two different, like there's different types of the Pepe frog, but there's also just a different frog that's not Pepe. That it's like a spin-off of him.
Does he have a different name?
I don't know what his name is, but like one's because we learned a lot about what groypers are after everything that happened with the thing and the whatever. Like, right. But they have like a different kind of frog. There's like a different faction of there's like different frog factions in the whole. Okay. Anyways, so I'm saying I don't know which frog this is.
Yeah, you don't sound very knowledgeable, frog wise. Oh, you know what? I don't know. Now that I'm looking at that, I feel like that's not.
Pepe. I know. It's like a different one.
I feel like that's like some other frog. That's like some different. But I've seen that frog.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, I've just never thought about the distinction before.
Yeah.
Anyways, Oliver, who may or may not be a groyper, says, "Coming down off uppers, it's always worth listening to this song."
That's what you wanted to read as the last one, huh?
Yeah, I just feel like it's a very embarrassing thing to post because I don't think this guy has ever come down off of uppers. I just really don't. I don't.
Is it because of the frog or
It's because of the frog. Yeah,
yeah.
it's because of the frog. If this guy was like he had like no avatar, no profile picture, I'd be like, oh yeah,
That's
this guy.
true.
Maybe he actually does have like a real life where he does drugs. But
Right.
when I see the frog, Connor, I think that they're on the internet because they want to be edgy and cool.
Yeah.
And
No, that's a great point.
yeah, it makes me think that no, they have not experienced this.
Yeah, a lot of times, like ironically, no one's more like legitimate and frankly, kind of scary and like what they seem capable of as people who just don't have a profile picture.
Yes,
Like
absolutely. Yeah, they can't be bothered with
like
that.
I will right because it's like if you're really gonna be like doing drugs like this and shit, you're gonna sit there and be like, oh, I have to find the right frog for my profile.
Not a yeah, exactly. Not a priority.
I don't know. I do kind of find that hard to believe. The thing is, profile picture or no profile picture, I don't know. It just feels very performative to
Yes.
comment something like that in the first place. I think that if someone were really living that kind of lifestyle, doing these kinds of drugs, I believe that they might really enjoy listening to Brain Stew after that. I believe that. I don't think that that person would go onto YouTube to comment about it.
I don't think so either. I just don't buy it. I think there are many other comments on YouTube, some from even this selection that I would pinpoint and say, oh, those users are almost definitely on drugs. But this guy, not so much. Not so much. Sorry, Connor. I know that was a lot. I had a lot more than I thought I did.
It was.
Who do you think wins comment of the day?
Man, I really do not have a clear favorite. So if
Yeah.
you have a better shout out, please throw it out there, Connor. But I think I'm gonna give my vote to the person who wrote the fucking poem.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think that's a good example of like effort put in, and it's performative, but not in a way that is like insincere or I mean, people would call it cringe, certainly, but
Yeah,
cringe in like
that's kind of why I respect it a bit.
yes, exactly. You know, us here at Green Dudes LLC, uh, we respect anybody who is brave enough to be cringe on the internet.
That's right.
And Copious Doinks LLC definitely has that bravery.
Yeah. As the faces of nonsense, I'm happy to endorse Copious Doinks LLC
Absolutely
as the
a
winner
partner.
of the day. Yeah. As a proud corporate sponsorship that we have.
Yeah. We're making it happen. Copious Doinks LLC, welcome to the club. Congratulations, you win comment of the day. You know where to find us if you want to redeem your prize. All right, Connor, any final thoughts before we wrap this up?
Man, this was a really crazy episode, and I know we said a lot of dumbass shit, and we did a lot of beating around the balloon and all that, and
we did.
But in a way, I feel like it was cool that it worked out that way. For some reason, I was kind of nervous going into talking about Brain Stew, and you had said that we rescheduled last week. I'm the one for the first time, I think, who said like I don't feel like I could talk about Brain Stew right now.
That's usually me. That's usually my role.
I hadn't listened to it like at all that day or the days prior, and so I just felt like really unprepared. And this week, leading up to it, I did listen to the song a bunch. But what's funny is like I don't really feel like I was any more prepared at all. And so
I know it's one of those songs that listening to it again just doesn't do much because it's just in our bones,
right?
Like it doesn't.
Yeah, So I feel like we just kind of shot the shit, and
Yeah.
and somewhere in between all the talking crap, we talked about Brain Stew too, and
We did. I mean, we did. I think we actually
I,
did it justice in a way that
I
we
hope
wouldn't have
so.
been able to do last week. So I'm happy that we
I hope
waited as
so.
well. Yeah. Um. Anyways, folks, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please email us at greendudespod@gmail.com. You can follow us on anti-social media at Green Dudes Pod on both Twitter and or Instagram. Um, Next week we'll be talking about Jaded, the other half of of this song. Oh, we didn't even mention the music video, did we?
Um,
We'll talk
no,
about we'll talk about the
yeah,
video together with Jaded next week
we will. That's a good idea. That's what we'll
because
do.
they're combined. They're a
That's
combined
what
music
we'll do.
video.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was the plan all along, actually.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah.
Folks, as always. Oh wait. And this is the most serious part. This is our call to action. Please go to Apple Podcasts and leave us a 5-star rating and a glowing review. We will kiss you anywhere you want if you do that for us. Anywhere, anytime. Just let us know. And as always, folks, until next time, stay
Stay
punk.
punk.
Bye bye.